What's up, automotive enthusiasts? It's your boy Steve. I'm here at the Big Indian Drift Pit Garage, and we got a 1990s special for you guys, a little bit of a throwback. And who better to do this video than yours truly? I'm from 1990. This 240SX is from 1990. Our Kenworth cab over service truck is from 1990. This is going to a dyno. We're gonna see what this Turbo 6.0 puts down, and we're gonna show you the upgrades to our cab over truck. So let's get rolling. Okay, you may have seen on our Instagram, this is our 1990 Kenworth service truck. This is not a fire truck. This is actually a crane truck. Goes to job sites, and it's got every tool you can imagine. Now, we have modified this a little bit to make this more drift car friendly. We got every kind of tool you would need. We got gas, we can weld. We're even putting a tire machine right up here. When it gets to Florida, it pulls a double-decker 2-car trailer. And we got a huge tire rack that we're building for that. That's also on Instagram. But this thing should be making its way down to Florida. So this is another 1990 toy that we're gonna be playing with today. So a lot of work's been done to this thing, sprucing up, and gotta give it some maintenance. Just had the transmission rebuilt in this truck. She's an old girl, she's 34 years old. So you gotta take care of these things. There's like none of these trucks left. This is fun to watch, but we did get a new mattress for the truck, and we're getting our 240 loaded up to head over. Yeah, guys, about a 40-minute ride from Irving, New York. Right here, we're on Niagara Street in Buffalo. We're at Spooling Up Performance. We're gonna get this 6.0 on the dyno. Douglas is gonna work his magic, and we're gonna see what this thing's got. 6.0 liter, a little turbo on it. Hopefully, we're gonna be making north of 600. That's what we're hoping for.
Like I said, once we're
Look at that, man. These things strapped into the ground. Getting her all strapped down. 6.0 with a 66 millimeter turbo. Douglas, predictions. What do you think she's gonna do? And we don't know much about it. We've been told that it's forged internals, and that's about all we know. We cleaned it up. Douglas redid the headers on this so you can get to the spark plugs.
Hard to say. I mean, I don't see why it couldn't make 700 horsepower. If it depends on how aggressive we get with it.
Exactly.
We got to see how much wastegate spring. We don't have like a standard boost controller. We've got spring, and then this, which will double the spring. So if that's a 5-pound spring, it's 10 pounds. We can get 15, 16 pounds out of this on E.
You could smell this thing when it was sitting in the trailer for a second.
I don't see why we can't make 700 with a tire.
So 700 would be impressive. I'm thinking lower 6s, but you know what? I'm not the tuner guy. I'm the hammer guy.
It's hard to say because there's so many variables we don't know.
Exactly. Look at dang old NASCAR pit stop over here, Dan. Look at that. Dan the gas man. Ah, hell yeah. Get some fuel in her. We're gonna see what she can do. The first pull is just gonna be up to 5,000 RPMs to see what we're working with. And then Doug Vanstrom himself is going to tune this thing up, and we're going to see what we can put down. All right, so they're getting him in 4th gear. He's going to get it up to 3,000 RPM, and then he's going to hit it. There we go, 678. 764, there we go, that's what we're looking for.
Just looking at everything, we got 61 pounds of fuel pressure, so fuel pressure is working.
That's good.
Let me go back, we're not bad, we're not far off on the fuel, it's a little light. It's only 100% throttle.
So that's only 18
So it made
pounds of boost?
18.5 pounds of boost, and then it caught itself and brought it back down to like 17.1 before you let out of it.
All right, so this time we're gonna take it up to 6,200. All right, what did we get?
You're not gonna get
trials and tribulations, guys. So it made a lot less power on this. The way it zinged the throttle, you guys can hear it in that last video. We think it just spun the tires because it only made 408 horsepower, and all Doug did was richen it up a little bit. So we're gonna try that same run again, see what happens. All right, run number 3. We're gonna have Dan the man wash the tires back there. We don't know what happened. Nothing popped off up front. We checked everything. So we're just assuming she spun a little bit. So we're gonna try the same run again. Take her up to 6,200 RPM. Boys and girls, 705 horsepower, 769 foot-pounds of torque. Let's go! Woo-wee!
Yeah, so it overshot the boost.
Was that 6,000?
How much boost did she make, Douglas?
You know, it's funny. At 5,000, it was making 18, and at the end of the run, it was only making 6. So that means we probably blew a charge pipe off, or we started spinning.
Ah. Okay, let's go take a look-see here. Ooh, 6.0. This thing's gonna be nasty. Imagine letting this thing scream, letting the clutch out in like 3rd gear. What an animal. Let's see here. 710, baby. 773 foot-pounds of torque. The dang old truck motor is making some torque.
18 and a half at 5,000 RPM.
Oh, yeah.
And then it slowly just fell off to 7,000. You only went to 6,300 RPM, 6,400.
I am so happy that thing made north of 700 horsepower. There's a little bit more room there, but it's on a safe setup. The boys are loaded up. They're heading back. I had to cut that video short. It kicked the board out and almost went into Niagara Street. So I stopped filming for a second. I didn't get back to it, but wanted to wrap some things up here. They're heading back to Irving. I'm heading home. And tomorrow we're all going to meet at the shop bright and early. We got to load the Kenworth up, and them boys are heading south. We got some events coming up. Then we're heading to Texas. We'll get more into that, but I'll see you guys in the AM. Woo! What is up, guys? A chilly Tuesday morning. Our 1990 Kenworth, you guys have seen the truck, you know it, you love it. That's going back to Florida. We got some events coming up. We got Prison Break. We're going to go to Wham. Then we got Fuel Fest in the beginning of March. And it's awesome because Paul Fox did an awesome job. He's got some lights inside each one of those cabinets. So when you're at a track, it's a little dark. You can open it up. You get some LED lighting in there. Dan the man is also going down to Florida. How could I forget? And we also got some red LEDs underneath that truck. So it's going to look awesome at night. You can't see the LEDs now. But yeah, some upgrades to the old girl. She's gonna make the trip down to Florida. We've been loading up a few things. We're gonna get some tires in here, restocking some tools, zip ties. This is our new and improved tire rack. I don't know if you guys have seen videos of this on Instagram, but this is getting loaded in this, and it's gonna get welded onto our trailer. Oh yeah, but we gotta get it down there first. You can see the cabinet lights. The underglow on this thing looks incredible at night. With that LED strip, that's gonna make our lives so much easier when we're digging for tools. We got some lighting now. You can find what you need in this thing. Let's take a look at the interior of the old girl. 1990, same year as me. Got our 700 horsepower 240 in the trailer. Got Doug Vanstrom right there. Doug, you got a minute, Doug?
Sure.
So what upgrades can we make to the 240? What were we seeing yesterday?
Well, the biggest upgrade was new manifolds and turbo piping and everything. Same turbo that came on it, but changed, different, you know, everything else.
Now you said if we had a different boost controller on it, we could probably do more.
Yeah, because it comes in so fast, it overcomes the wastegate, or doesn't come overcome, the wastegate doesn't open fast enough.
Okay.
Because it's just a poppet style boost controller, so it waits to see a certain amount of pressure and then it opens. And it's just flashing it because it comes on so fast.
Yeah.
Before the wastegate can even open, that thing's already over boosting, and then, right? So we couldn't really control the boost. If we go to a different style boost controller, electronic, then we can really control a better boost curve with it, using CO2 or compressed air or something.
Okay. Do you think that car could be around 800 if we did a few more
all
things?
All day long.
Ooh, that's more than enough for that car, because I don't know if anybody knows it at home or not. We don't plan on drifting that. Like, that car's going to go out, it's going to make some runs, but it's never going to tandem or anything. But I think we both know how the boss is. That may change.
Sure. Yeah, if we could hold the boost all the way out, you know, if it had stayed at 17 or 18 pounds all the way to 7,000 RPM, it would have made well over 800 horsepower.
Yeah, beautiful.
We were only at 5,250 or 5,500 for peak
Yeah.
horsepower.
Yeah. Which is good because that's a conservative setup in that car.
Oh my God!
And
yeah.
it's more power than it needs. As you can see,
way more power than it needs.
the garage door is going up. We're getting ready to get this behemoth on the road. Oh yeah, let's go.